This place is rather gloomy.
Why don't you lighten the mood for us while we're here then?
I'll see what I can do.
Again, you're talking about that. But, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mixstar, and this is Tales of Arise, and, yeah, seriously, that space still looks completely wrong. But, moving on. But yeah, in the last one, we heard about the tragic story of Shion and the Fawns, and what they're going to do to her, or do to everybody else, and her fate, which we're going to change, which is where she has to die to take the Fawns with her. Which, yeah, we are definitely going to change that. There's no way is Shion dying. So, let's see if we can find out more stuff about the Fawns and what else. So, through the door. Let's go. Seriously, poor Shion. Having that kind of a fate thrown on her. And then she was used as a lab rat. What? What happened here? We didn't do it. We just got here.
What in the world?
This being Renin territory, I was prepared for a lot of things to look different. But this is a bit more than I anticipated.
The very foundations of the city have shifted. What could have caused this?
When Lenagis changed shape, it must have had an effect on the interior too.
Maybe when they sent the wedge down to Dana?
But they wouldn't move around the places where people live. These are their homes, right?
I would think the citizens themselves didn't have much say in the matter. Either way, locating the Forbidden Zone just became that much trickier.
Yeah,
Dohalim? Is that you?
it might have moved.
Avakir, I'm glad to see you're well.
So it is you! But why are you here? Shouldn't you be down on Dana participating in the crown contest? And these people!
So you haven't heard what happened on Dana, then?
Heard what?
Someone you know?
An old friend.
Hey, Dohalim, don't tell me you've started keeping company with...
They're with me. More importantly, what's happened here?
I'm really not sure. The city's foundations began to shift without warning, and now everything looks like this. We're all waiting for the Sovereign to tell us what's happening, but so far...
Avakir, listen to me. We're looking for the Forbidden Zone. Do you have any idea where we might find it?
The Forbidden Zone? What business could you possibly have there?
Trust me. The less you know, the better.
Yeah, private matters.
You're just the same as ever. I wish I could help, but what with the changed topography, I can barely locate my own home. Let alone the Forbidden Zone.
Very well. It looks like we'll have to find the way there ourselves.
Well,
Have you seen Faria yet?
Who?
No.
I see. Well, nothing much has changed with her. If anything, she's probably even more...
I can well imagine.
Why did you come back? You know it can only result in pain for you both.
I've no doubt of that.
You really are the same as ever. Fine, I understand. Just don't say I didn't warn you. And take care of yourself. Okay, Doe?
Really, that's a nickname? Doe.
So who's Faria?
Law?
If what Avakir said is true, it would seem the people of Lenagis are being kept in the dark about what's happening down on Dana.
They seem to be just as clueless about what's going on up here in their own world. Despite the fact that it's actually here that the wedge originally came from.
We need more information. Let's talk to the citizens, see what we can find out.
While we're at it, we can ask them about the Red Woman, too.
And don't forget about finding the way to the Forbidden Zone either.
Let's leave the talking to Shion. We can't have a bunch of Danins poking their noses around.
True.
Good idea. I think that's for the best.
What about Dolan?
I shall assist.
You sure?
Being a lord on Lenagis has its advantages.
Right. Then we'll leave it to you two.
And anyway, they're waiting for the Sovereign to say what's going on. Sovereign's right here.
The
Here's the
Danins
Sovereign.
among us should probably keep our heads down.
What if people freak out?
I shall explain it away by saying I'm leading you.
What are we, dogs?
Well, to everyone living here, yes. But we have a skit.
What could be so important it's worth destroying people's livelihoods and homes in the process? It's just unbelievable. Uprooting an entire city as if it were mere building blocks. Someone's got an awful lot of questions to answer.
From how it looks, they must be siphoning off astral energy from Dana, and then sending it to Rena.
What
But
reason?
why do all this? What for? Surely they can't be using all that energy for the crown contest.
Whatever their purpose, disrupting their siphoning process alone won't be sufficient. Not while we still don't know what their endgame is.
He's right. We need to stop this from happening ever again.
This Forbidden Zone might be where we find some answers, right? So what are we waiting for? Let's get moving!
You heard him. We don't have time to stop and chat. Let's move.
Yeah. Really, another skit.
So, I've been wondering, do you think when Lenagis was built, it was even made with people living here in mind?
What do you mean?
Well, none of this happened by coincidence, right? They must have designed it to transform like this. But then, if they knew people were going to live here, you'd think they would have taken that into consideration, to avoid all this chaos.
Ordinarily, yes. You'd think so. Trust me, as far as we were concerned, Lenagis was our home, nothing more. No one knew about all this. It makes you wonder whether the city was just built on as an afterthought. But if so, to what exactly?
Sorry. That probably sounded weird, huh?
Not at all. Sometimes it takes an outsider's eye to help you notice what you've been missing all along. This place is a mystery, that's for sure. Something tells me we'll find answers where we're going, though.
Yeah, you're right, Shion. I'm sure we will.
Yeah, I think the people who built this city here did not know of the transformation, and the people in charge did not tell them about the transformation. So basically, everyone's got their own themselves to blame. Is probably what they're thinking. It's just a guess. Okay. Again, 3 people to talk to. Oh, I've got a shiny. No, it's a box. Strawberry. Come on, give me something better than that. Okay. What do you have to say?
Oh, dear me. What an unspeakable mess this has all become. Just look at the state of our city. Even the Zeugles have stopped heeding our commands. Whatever did we do to deserve this?
You really have no clue what might have caused this?
Would that I have. Alas, there was no warning, no prior decree. His Highness must have deemed it unnecessary for us to know. We have no choice but to grin and bear it. But do my eyes deceive me? Could I really be standing in the presence of his lordship, Dohalim of the House Ilkaris? I believed he was on Dana.
Your eyes do not deceive you. It is I, one and the same. I have returned to fulfill a special duty. the details of which I cannot divulge.
As your lordship wishes. First Lenagis mutates beyond recognition, now this unexpected visit. The Sovereign's plans are inscrutable indeed. The Ilkaris house has produced a great many lords over the centuries. I shall be praying for your victory in the latest crown contest.
Your good wishes do me an honor.
But little does he know that Dohalim is not interested. But then again, after all this, he could become a sovereign? Well, maybe, I don't know how it would work. Well, then again, all the other candidates are dead, so... And the sovereign that was... The existing sovereign, which made the whole crown contest a giant farce, is dead as well. So... Basically, he might become a sovereign, regardless of process of elimination. Well, at least there's some still people to heal here, and I got a recipe. Thank you. Oh. Goddess of kindness, so does that mean that I've actually done everybody? So basically from here there's 2 more for you, 3 more for you, 3 for you, 5 for you, 3 and 4, and these are, yeah, more other titles. And I do not know how I get them. Could be like just, hopefully just progressive the game.
I wonder just how many people have been saved by Shion in some form. I'm impressed.
There's rumors flying around about people being saved by a Renin vision of beauty.
Vision of beauty?
Yeah.
That's a bit much.
Alphen had better stay on his toes.
Where do I come into this?
Everything will be okay now.
I know the basics of healing arts, but my skills pale in comparison.
Well, at least you have them. And Shion, you are a beauty. Don't deny that. Just kind of sucks that you can't touch anyone. Yet.
Your lordship. Oh, what a great honor it is to finally meet you. I descended to Dana during the last crown contest also. Alas, when the contender I was backing failed to clinch the title, I returned. I witnessed the deaths of so many slaves.
Indeed.
Sorry to interrupt, but we're looking for a woman dressed all in red. Have you seen anyone of that description?
All red, eh? No, I can't say I remember anyone like that. I imagine she'd stand out somewhat, too.
Yeah. What about down on Dana during the crown contest? You didn't see anyone like that hanging around the lord you were serving?
What's with all these questions? I've never seen her, okay? Not recently or otherwise.
Hey.
Why do you want to find her anyway?
Never mind. Forget I asked. Sorry to take up your time.
You don't have to be so snippy. We want to know because we want to find her. For God's sakes. Okay. Anything else around here? More items? No, not that I can see. Okay, you have to say.
Is everything okay? You look a little lost.
Oh, yes. I can't seem to find my way home, is all. I was just about to make my umpteenth attempt at a new route.
I was hoping to head this way myself. The situation is a real pain, huh?
I suppose the Sovereign knows best. I daren't stay here too long, though. A lower caste can only linger around these parts for so long before I outstay my welcome. I was hoping to avoid it, but maybe I'll have to go that way after all.
You mean you know another way round?
Lord Dohalim Ilkaris! But how? Last I heard, you were in Dana competing in the crown contest.
Yes, strange, isn't it? If you know another route, we'd be grateful if you could tell us.
But of course. Please forgive me. There's a wall that sprung up ahead of here, with what looks to be an entrance in it. I thought maybe it was a passageway between the different quarters, but I've no way of knowing for sure.
It's worth investigating, at least. I shall go and assess the situation. In the meantime, wait for me here. If it looks safe, I'll come and let you know.
You'd really do that for me? A lord troubling himself for someone of my lowly status?
Our lot in life is of little consequence. We are both Renan, first and foremost.
Oh, why yes, my lord. Thank you.
Really, don't look so down on yourself.
Well, we've canvassed the city for information. What do you think?
No one has the faintest idea what's happened to the city after all. They haven't heard the news about the crown contest either.
You'd think that info would easily find its way up here. Has it always been like that?
Not to this extent, which would indicate that something's suppressing the truth, that Lenagis is under some kind of control.
Given everything that's happened to their city, the people here seem weirdly okay with it all.
Yeah, that one guy even said his Zoogle had stopped listening to him. If that's true, these people are in big trouble.
Everything that happens here is attributed to the Sovereign's will. It's the way people have been conditioned. Their belief runs deep. Nothing happens devoid of a reason. To them, it's all part of the Sovereign's grand plan.
The Sovereign's plan. There is one thing I'm still not sure about. Just who is this person ruling over Lenagis?
The Sovereign, of course. He rules from Rena while presiding over both Rena and Lenagis.
Without the lords or anyone in the middle doing his dirty work? Isn't Rena at least the same size as Dana? That's a pretty big dominion for one person to rule over. I would have thought ruling Lenagis alone would be difficult enough.
The points you make are valid, though I confess I'd never given it much thought before. Here, the Sovereign's total authority is as natural as night turning to day. Come to think of it, I know nothing of the nature of how Rena itself is. Shion, have you ever been... No, forgive me. Have you met or crossed paths with, or even heard of someone who's actually made a visit to the homeland?
No, I haven't.
Neither have I. In which case, I would imagine that... But no, surely not. Can it really be that no citizen of Lenagis has ever been there?
Hold up, what are you getting at, Dohalim?
Assuming what I believe to be correct, it's possible that no one on Lenagis has ever laid eyes on the actual Renan homeworld itself. No one but the Sovereign, that is.
But what about trade and communication? There's got to be a flow back and forth, surely.
Not if the Sovereign is imposing his will on Lenagis single-handedly. It could be a one-way street.
But I thought you said that the Sovereign's all the way over on Rena. If that's the case, can he really rule directly over Lenagis from so far away? What if something were to happen to the city, like now?
I'm beginning to wonder what the nature of this Sovereign even is. Alphen said he was forced into the role, right? Just before the ceremony. But Sovereign is also the title given to the almighty Renan ruler. So which one is it?
Whoever wins the crown contest inherits the throne from his or her predecessor, before becoming ruler over all of Rena and Lenagis. Thereafter, that individual is known as the Sovereign. Though, it would appear that the current ruler has gone silent. As for how Volron factors into all this, at this point, I no longer know what to believe.
3 centuries ago, I became the Sovereign here on Lenagis. No, not just became, I was forced to. Me, a Danon. 300 years later, we cross paths with Volron, who also bears the Sovereign's crest. That's not the only thing we have in common. We both became Sovereign without winning the crown contest.
Do you think Volron was made Sovereign for the same reason? Because of that ceremony?
I can't say for sure, but it certainly sounds like it.
But that would mean that two sovereigns would need to exist at any one time. One whose job it is to rule, and the other for ceremonial purposes. We never did see Volron's body back in Ganeth Heros. Is a new ceremony underway with Volron at its center this time? Could that be what's causing all this strange activity here?
Wait a second. You don't think Volron and the Red Woman are working together, do you? The ceremony can't go forward without the Renis Alma. The same one that the Red Woman stole.
There's something else the ceremony needs. A maiden. And unless there's another one out there aside from me...
Questions, questions, and yet more questions. Ones that it seems will remain unanswered until we can establish the Sovereign's identity.
If the Forbidden Zone really is off limits to everyone but the Sovereign, that seems as good a place as any to start. For the sake of liberating Dana, too.
Then it's decided. That's where we need to go.
One of the citizens mentioned a passage that she thought might lead to another section of the city. It could point us in the right direction. Let's go find it!
Yeah, and there is also the possibility that Volron, yeah, he's a sovereign, but from the last crown contest, which killed the previous person who was gonna come down and compete in this crown contest to take over his place. And since he's already a sovereign, he's probably a shoo-in anyway. And he's probably like got a stand-in to rule over. And now that he's dead, if he is actually dead, the stand-in doesn't know what to do, so just kind of doing anything random. Maybe? I don't know. Could be. I'm drawing at straws here and guessing and a load of guesswork.
I didn't realize Renans oppressed their own kind, too.
And yet, weirdly, none of them seem to mind. Am I the only one who finds that strange?
It is the way things have always been, so no one thinks to question it. You have experience in that regard yourself, do you not?
Unquestioning acceptance of your own servitude. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Even so, the quality of life here seems much higher than any Danon city we visited. I used to think it was impossible to build an ideal society without wealth. But I suppose having it doesn't always mean people are treated fairly either.
More to the point, not a single citizen seems to have even heard of the Red Woman.
What if she's not here? What if it turns out we're looking in the wrong place entirely?
It's still too early to say anything for sure.
For all we know, she might be able to blend in, move around unnoticed. I say we hold off judgment until we've exhausted every avenue.
Well, yeah, you know her by a Red Woman because of her clothes. All she has to do is just change her outfit and there, she blends in. You're not saying anything about her eyes. A whole big black eyes, basically. You don't even ask that question. Which will be a dead giveaway. Even if she does change her outfit. Or are you saying that basically everyone is stuck in their clothes? That's a weird thought. But then how does Shion get clothes? Yeah, I know it's kind of stupid to think that, but still. That's the only way how that would actually happen. But I've got to skip.
Tell me, Dohalim, has that skill of yours got a name?
And what skill would this be, pray tell?
You know, when you're talking to people around town. The way they suddenly become putty in your hands.
I'm afraid I don't quite follow.
Natural charm.
I do. It's called friendly intimidation. Look imposing and speak in a deep, booming voice, and presto, you'll have people wrapped around your finger in no time.
I would never stoop to such scandalous tricks. Any feelings of intimidation are solely in the eye of the beholder.
So there is a knack to it! How do you learn it? Can anyone do it?
Now you've got me curious. Is there special training to master?
Come on.
Let's see. An obsession with being elegant is a must. Oh, and it helps to be old-fashioned, too. Bonus points if you speak in a way no one can understand.
If you've a bone to pick with me, it'd be quicker to just come out and say it.
What? They look up to you, that's all. I'm just helping them along.
Hey! What's got into Alvin and Law all of a sudden?
I can barely understand a word they're saying. And what's with the weird poses? Was it something they ate?
I hope you're willing to take the blame for this one.
I wasn't expecting them to take me so seriously. I'll go and have a word with them.
Okay, so Alvin and Law are kind of gullible. Okay.
With nobody left to run the show, I wonder what the people here are supposed to do. I mean, there's sovereigns up on the Renan homeworld, and all their lords were sent to Dana.
But Dohalim was a lord, right?
Only current acting lords have power. Renan society is quite strict about such matters.
Even if the other lords were still around, I doubt they'd be able to do much about the situation.
I wonder what they'd think if they were here to see Lenagis now. Balsif, Ganabelt, Almadria, and Volron. Now that I think of it, aside from Dohalim, we know next to nothing about the other lords.
Well, yeah, why would we?
Yeah, all you did is show up, beat them, kill them, and then move on. Not trying to learn who they are as a person.
To us Danans, they were just enemies we needed to overthrow. Nothing more.
I know. But seeing Renans in their own city, going about their day-to-day lives, it gets you thinking.
It feels strange to imagine the lords living here too, you mean?
Yeah, a little.
If you're that curious about them, why not try inquiring with some of the locals? Every lord in their household has their share of supporters here on Lenagis. And luckily for us, the people here are unaware of the events on Dana, which means they should be more inclined to talk to us.
Okay, side quest. Okay, start quest. Yeah. Let's have it marked. And there's a lot to talk to. Well, okay, only 3 again. But... And then again, that was the first thing which does lead into a side quest, or even a bit where you have to click to progress, which was actually voiced. Normally they're not voiced, and then you have to read them yourself. Is there a reason for that? Or is it because it's getting towards the end of the game they're just going all out? Either way. Really? Hey, he has another name.
Yes! Yes!
Okay.
Balsef had it in him to care about someone other than himself? Really?
It's possible. A change in position can do much to alter one's perspective.
So even he might have had something he wanted to protect.
Well, we did hit that he was trying to protect his household. But, it wasn't like that down on Dana. Well, then again, his household wasn't there.
What?
And we probably killed him. Sorry, mister. I'm sorry, mister. We probably killed him.
Ganabelt was so horrible to people. Yet he was invested in helping Rena succeed. Doesn't that seem just a little inconsistent?
I'm perhaps biased in this matter, I admit. However, in my mind, while all lords vie to become the next sovereign, they're also meant to serve as guardians of all of Rena.
It seems like Ganabelt also had people he cared about until the very end.
So why couldn't he extend that to us Danans?
Because, like what that guy said, take control of Dana, and they wanted to move their people to Dana, so overthrow Danans and get rid of them off the planet. Maybe something on Rena is actually poison or something, that's why everyone's living up here. I don't know. Okay, what next?
I guess she intended to spread it throughout all of Lenagis then.
Good thing the lines were down so she couldn't.
It almost sounded like she was praising them too.
Maybe there was more to the guy than at first glance.
I shall refrain from commenting.
Well, yeah, because it is about you. And okay, that's the question. Why are you just talking like Dohalim is not there? And Dohalim is not commenting on his own poem that was, well, speech that was given to him. I don't get it. I'll just check and see if anyone was out there. Guess not. As I said, Dohalim is right there. You can talk to him directly. You can learn more about him personally. So, why? What the hell? Shouldn't I have been one of the other two? Because we already know a lot about Dohalim because he's right, because he's with us. Nothing. Okay, time to move on. Anything down there? No. Okay. But was that it all I could get? I should learn about the other two. There's probably one in there, in the town. Oh, they're all here. Really?
This area doesn't look as badly damaged as that other district we went through.
Indeed. The effects of Lenagis' transformation appear to be less pronounced here. Or, viewed another way, this area was simply luckier.
Yeah, I would say so. But who do you have to talk about?
Pardon me.
So basically she was underhanded up here too. She killed the people who was gonna go down, so she's the only choice. Sorry, not gonna happen.
I guess her willingness to stoop to any low came from a survival of the fittest worldview.
And some people here not only shared her belief, but championed it as morally right too.
That doesn't make it true. Too bad they couldn't see through her.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically people aren't as smart as they're supposed to be. Can't go that way. I know it's over there, but I was just looking around. Seeing what else I could do. Not much.
Ridiculous. Okay.
Seems like the people on Lenagis don't really know much about Volron either.
I remember being quite surprised when the Lord of Ganath Haros changed so abruptly.
Didn't you have any doubts that something suspicious was going on?
On the contrary. Remember, we Renans are raised to accept everything at face value.
Yeah.
When you think about it, the families of Renan lords must see them differently than the rest of us.
Yeah, despite the brutality they're known for.
They must have had a lot on their shoulders, carrying all the weight and responsibilities of Renan society.
Renans live in a world where strength and power determine their position in the social hierarchy, so they tend to grow up fiercely competitive. But their loyalty to their people is also strong. It's what brings them together against outside forces, and nothing exemplifies that more than the Lords.
That's what makes them the guardians of all of Rena, so to speak.
Right. It's the same reason Balsif hated my guts, and Ganabelt went after you. Because we're threats to Rena.
Guess that makes you an even bigger oddball than we thought.
So, Alphen, have you gained anything from all of this?
Yeah. I think it's made me realize that the Lords were all people, too. Balsif and the others, they all had their own circumstances to deal with as they went through life.
Yeah, but still, just because they had loved ones in their lives doesn't mean...
I know. What they did was horrible. I'm not trying to dispute that. But at the same time, they weren't incomprehensible monsters either. They were individuals, just like the rest of us. So I guess what I'm trying to say is...
You're saying that they weren't bad because they were Renans, or because they were terrible monsters. Even if they did terrible things, they were still just people.
Rinwell.
Am I wrong?
Not at all.
Being a Danon doesn't make you a good person. And being a Renan doesn't make you a bad one. I think that's something we've all seen.
Shion and Dohalim definitely make a good case for it.
True.
And I'm going to keep doing my best to make sure I earn that trust. As a fellow human being above all else.
Good. And yeah, I got that completed. That was easy. And why did it just freeze me in that one spot? And I'm not quite fully sure, but I think if I got that right, he didn't even know. Oh, they're just talking down there. What Volron, where Volron came from? Because said that his family was basically not even known, so come from a lower class.
There's something I just don't get.
What is it?
The crown contest itself has always gone ahead as planned, right? In which case, the current sovereign of Rena should be whoever it was that won the previous contest.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, who was it then?
Hanfrikt Milgras, the former lord of Cislodia, if memory serves.
Oh,
So then this Han-freaked whatchamacallem, he's the current ruler of Rena?
The last I heard, yes. Though, admittedly, I haven't actually seen him since the end of the previous contest.
You're saying that ever since becoming sovereign, he's never actually shown himself on Lenagis?
I guess over holocom maybe, but not in the flesh. Same thing goes for the sovereign that came before him.
Now that you mention it, I don't recall anyone ever visiting Lenagis from the motherland, sovereign or otherwise.
And that never struck you as a little bit odd?
When you live here, it's as if you're conditioned not to notice all these strange quirks and discrepancies. The question is then, by whom? And to what end?
A new Renis Alma is supposedly created to coincide with every crown contest, meaning each victor is awarded their very own. In other words, if that's true, there should be as many of the things out there as there have been contests.
True, but going on what we witnessed in Pelagian, it didn't look like the sort of thing that could be made to order. But if even the victor's speeches have been part of some grand deception, then where are they? Quite frankly, I'm not even sure what to believe anymore.
You and me both. Though we are Renan by blood, neither of us even knew that such a thing as a Dark Master Core existed, remember?
With any luck, the Forbidden Zone might give us some answers.
No use standing around here chatting about it then. Let's get a move on.
Okay, so what I said before is completely wrong. Which I thought Volron was the Sovereign from last time. Which he decided to compete in this one just so he could rule again. But yeah, didn't pan out that way. Because the previous Sovereign has been named. But then again, he could have like changed his name to compete again, because as I said, that other guy didn't even know about Voron's family name. So,
Joe?
could be.
Faria.
Varia? Isn't that the person that Avakir guy was...
But why are you here? Wait, don't tell me you've given up on the crown contest and come crawling back home from Dana already.
Yes, but no.
Nothing to say? Even though you were willing to kill Tarnigan to secure your position as Lord, you still... Kill?
I'm here to take care of something. If you wish to continue this conversation, I only ask that you wait until I'm finished.
Oh, of course. You always did prefer to take the coward's way out. Even after 7 years and living on that Danon rock, you haven't changed one bit. But let me tell you, I haven't changed either. Not a day's gone by the past 7 years that I haven't hated you.
If killing me will bring you peace, then so be it.
Dohalim, what the hell are you saying?
First, I have business to take care of. If it's vengeance you seek, I will grant you it. But you must wait. My sins are legion. Let me finish what I came to do. Then you have my word. I will let you do whatever brings you peace.
Sure, that's it. Run away like always. You don't even have the courage to die. No wonder you leave it to someone else.
Wait, what?
You're just a coward!
How is he a coward? He's offering you his life. But he's got to do something first. Oh, there she is. Completely black eyes.
Dohalim.
I apologize that you had to witness that.
Is it true? What she said about you killing someone?
Each of us have our pasts. I am no exception.
Before, back in Menancia, you mentioned having taken a friend's life over the throne. Is that what she meant?
The mistakes I made there were not my first, and may not be my last. I will say no more.
Did you mean what you said? About letting her take your life if she wanted to?
She has more right to my life than anyone.
But you can't just...
Whatever happens, I have sworn to put an end to the crown contest, and to ensure continued coexistence in Menancia. I have no intention of expiring before I do so. There are far too many questions I still seek answers to. Besides, you have just as much reason to kill me as she does.
Dohalim!
Yeah.
Forgive me. Some things are best left unsaid.
Oh yes, I do understand that. But yeah, back to what I was saying. Voron could be a new name, like give himself to just compete in the crown contest again, and he's already done it once. He can do it again to win. So not a challenge. He just wanted to rule for another 10 years, maybe. But as I said with I wait. And anyway, it's kind of obvious that, well, there was supposed to have been a Dark Mastercore anyway. Because the 5 elements can be collected on Dana. Only 1 can be collected on Rena or up here. So yeah, obviously there was going. Of course, there's 6 elements, so obviously there was going to be a 6th one. Can't believe no one noticed that. No one picked up on it. Makes sense. Okay, where am I going? All the way down there, and there's an inn. I thought, because of what they were saying on the ship, that only on the ship is where we could heal up, but there's an inn up here. What's the deal? Really? You know what's saying that we're gonna have to keep backtracking to it, but then fast travel, but no, because of this inn, we don't have to. Really? Could have kept it right. Because I don't think any inn up here would actually give refuge to a den. Only Renans.
Wow, this place is beautiful.
Yeah, it must be some sort of rest and leisure area for the locals.
You think? Man, these Renan sure know how to live it up, don't they?
Is something the matter, Dohalim?
Before I went down to Dana, my friends and I, we used to gather at this very spot and play music together. Avakir, Faria, and Tarnagan. That was a lifetime ago now.
Tarnagan. He was the one that Faria mentioned, right?
He was once my dearest, closest friend. As well as Faria's betrothed. Despite Faria's lower-class upbringing, she possesses a tremendous talent for music. Entranced by her playing, I helped her overcome her sense of inferiority and introduced her to Tarnagan and Avakir. It was a time of great joy. 4 people bound only by their love of music, with no care for social standing. Only the next song, the next melody.
And that's why you love music so much.
A friendship based on mutual respect, and a society where everyone is a prisoner to their social class. You really are different, Dohalim.
I suppose it's natural you would see it as strange.
I would have, once. Now, I think the idea of breaking away from society's constraints and choosing your friends based solely on affection is something beautiful that's worth cherishing. Besides, it was that way of looking at the world that laid the foundations for coexistence in Menancia.
Your praise does me too great an honor. I was merely following the wishes of my own heart. And even then, it only lasted until the crown contest began. After that, Tarnagan and I became fierce competitors for the position of Lord. Tarnagan had fallen for Faria. By becoming Lord, he aimed to wrest her from her humble origins and raise her to the highest echelons of society. But fate was not so benevolent.
What happened?
Tarnagan was no match for me in combat. On a level playing field, he wouldn't have stood a chance. But he was desperate and low on options, and he couldn't stand the thought of defeat.
You mean he resorted to dirty tactics to try to win, right? But then why does Faria think... Wait, don't tell me she doesn't know.
How could I tell her? Combined with the trauma of losing her beloved, and by her friend's hand, no less. She would have been devastated.
So instead you let her go on hating you, so she could use that hate as a crutch for her grief?
That's not the same as running away, though.
It is exactly the same. Unable to face the loss of my friend and the burden of my duty. Instead, I decried my fate and looked away from what I'd done. As for what happened after, that you already know.
But if you hadn't become Lord, Menancia wouldn't be what it is now. The Danans there would still be suffering under Renan oppression like before.
Shion's right. What other lord would have treated me as you did? Anyone else and I would have been dead long ago. You've saved so many people, Dohalim. You saved me. It's thanks to you that I'm here today. So, try not to blame yourself. The burden you've placed on your own shoulders is too much for anyone to bear.
Frank as always. But I shall do my best to heed your advice.
Do you think he'll be all right?
Yeah, I think so. He's got Kisara.
It's important to have someone like that.
I didn't realize how difficult it is just to be there for someone.
Hey, that's what we're doing with you.
Sometimes just knowing someone's on your side can be enough. And he knows, Shion. I promise he does.
I hope you're right. Alphen,
Yeah?
I never appreciated until recently just how much you were always there to support me.
It goes both ways. You've helped me keep going more times than I can count.
Maybe, but I still wanted to say thank you.
You're welcome. But, so with Dohalim actually doing what he did, we got 2 new members. Well, we got 2 members. If not, we would have only had 4. And basically, anyway, we would have killed him anyway. But then, that anger would have been directed towards us. But things might be a little bit more hectic. So, in a way, and yeah, she might have, well, also been killed as well. And with her actually living, it kind of does help a little, doesn't it? And there's nothing up here. Wait, what's the point? Or less am I going to end up fighting in this area? Oh boy, that won't be good. Not in front of all these people.
I see a medic and supply officer over there. If they know you're with me, they'll likely offer their assistance.
Oh. That's how they're using it. So, is there anything else I can do at the shop? I can still forge and all that. Oh, there's another weapon. Because yeah, that was the maximum weapon that I could get down on Dena. And it's kind of obvious you would have got to another one, but a second one? Interesting. Because that was your top one down in Dena. Well, okay, I'm actually surprised with you because you had that down in Dena and you got 2 more. Yeah, already had that, but yeah, with everything not going up, it's kind of. But then you get another 2. You just get 1, and you get 3. About 2. Why am I saying 3? And I just gotta wait before I can actually make all of them. Right. Oh yeah, I can go to the ranch from here. Well, I know I can easily go to the ranch by fast traveling, but still. Should I, or... Well, what is that stat? I'm not sure. It doesn't actually say what each stat is. But... So basically Kisara and Alphen, all that stuff doesn't go up. Okay. I'll get. I'll pick up. Wait. Oh, I don't have enough money. Alright, fine. Wait. Oh yeah, I recently sold everything. Great. Now everyone's gonna have a full upgrade. It sucks. I don't need to rest up, but for no reason. I'll do it anyway.
That was nothing.
Yep. No extra conversation. Okay, moving on. Sorry. Wait. I have a giant maze. Well, it's not really a maze, but yeah. See my point. It's a load of twists and turns and all that stuff. Yeah, I've only been going about an hour at this point. Well, over an hour, but let's get to the end of this.
Lenagis soldiers.
Any way we can avoid fighting them?
That all depends on them. Whatever happens, be ready.
Yeah, let's fight them.
Well, so much for them not wanting to fight.
Hold! I am Lord Dohalim of Elda Menencia. I command you.
The rest of the city must be erased.
No. Have they been brainwashed too?
Brainwashed or not, if they want to fight, they got one. Ow. Dance on the wind. Not done.
There!
So, brainwashed a bit.
Take this!
Wait.
Execution! Its armor's too strong.
Then I'll split it open.
Be my guest.
Oh. Really? Did the attacker change to the charge one?
Try this!
That's my cue!
On the wind! Shut him down! Sonic thrust!
Yeah, basically because I've basically maxed out on this attack.
Here, let me help.
Well, give out time to use that. No. Sorry. Not gonna happen.
Coming through!
That's why I've changed it.
Now! Scarlet Inferno! Shine!
Because you had the 5 stars and basically... Wait. Does that move a healing move? Wait, Alphen has a healing move now.
Blackened blade! You're mine! Sonic thrust! Execution! I'm not done!
Come on, take your loss like a man.
Sonic thrust! Ignite! Take this!
Damn! Your art!
Allow me to help you. Infernal Torrent!
Make it round!
That's the only way I can do it.
This ends
Really?
now!
Consider yourself finished!
Searing flame!
No
Get him!
Amount of ammo!
Scream bathed in blood.
Crescent moon!
You a bloody hell.
Tiger blade! Hurricane
Get him!
Do it!
Move!
There.
This ends now!
Consider
over now.
yourself finished!
Good.
Those soldiers seem different from the citizens we've come across so far.
Yeah, they weren't big talkers, that's for sure. They just attacked without warning.
They weren't in the least bit fazed by Dohalim's presence either.
Indeed. They seem to recognize us as enemies, nothing more. And yet, traditionally, Lenagis hasn't been high on threats. A few frenzied Zeugles during experiments here and there, but not much else.
Their glazed-over eyes reminded me of the soldiers and slaves we met back in Ganath Haros. The ones in blind devotion to Volron.
I've never seen anything like that here on Lenagis before.
Maybe someone doesn't want us here, and the soldiers are their way of letting us know.
Yeah, the
What
Sovereign.
with the Red Woman, the Sovereign, and Volron, we're starting to develop quite the growing list of adversaries. At least we'll know to keep our wits about us.
Oh boy. Really, this is not going well, is it? Hello, big guy. Yeah, down. Is that just a palette change for that first big Zeugle that was going up against that? Well, basically I left and then came back to, which is level, what, I think it was 35, 40, 45, something like that. The very first big one. That's just a palette swap of that, isn't it? Ah boy. So what, that's going to be about level 70 or something. Which, I'm on level 40, 41, 40, 41, 42. Basically everything here is 40.
I'll do
around
my best.
44.
Here I come. I never miss. Here goes.
So,
Then take this!
yeah, I don't think I'll be able to take that on.
Lion
right
power.
now.
These ones can run rings around us.
Power of water.
So,
Switch flame of
yeah.
burning strike. Time to shine.
Spear. Pierce
It's too
evil.
fast.
Stand back!
Freeze
I'll
lancer.
trip it up.
Okay, I still don't understand that move.
Radiant light!
What was the charge move?
Lunar corruption.
For
Regenerate.
By the power of water.
then again, I
By
thought it
the
was a
power
healing
of
move
lead.
afterwards.
Finish without a trace.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Flaming meteor.
Then I can do take damage if I charge it to its flame.
Sonic thrust. Flaming meteor. Reload.
Sonic
thrust.
Can't get out of this!
Still don't know what that move is.
Spear. Pierce evil.
Eat dirt.
Freeze lancer.
Come on.
Do you require a hand?
Glacial fire. Pierce through.
Breath of
You're
life!
mine.
Heal my weary
Sonic
soul.
thrust.
No further!
Finish without a trace. Crescent moon.
Now you see what I can do!
Then take a good hit.
Shine! Radiant light!
Rising Wolverine.
Burst of regeneration!
Rising Phoenix. Go for it. Prepare to crumble.
I'll heal you all.
Now, take this.
I'm ready!
Hands at the Phoenix.
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished.
And roll dead. Good.
Quite necessary when creating weaponry.
Ah, I got some dark matter. No, dark mana. So,
What's with that
make-
shining foe over there?
Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna try I'm gonna save it, then fight it, and hopefully I don't have to, well, restart this. So, save it. Ah, down here. Okay. Now, take you on.
Brace yourself. This one's
Heal my weary companion!
Where are you going?
44. Whoa.
Can you
I
take it? It's over.
Death from the
Time to
wind.
cross blades.
First aid!
Rising Wyvern.
Green
Rising Falcon.
Take this!
Finish without a trace! Inferno crossing!
Burn.
really 44.
You're mine.
I thought you were gonna be stronger.
Explosion!
Sonic
Hear me!
thrust.
Flame
Air
of fury!
Pierce through.
Strike!
Rising
Glacial
Wyvern.
spear. Pierce evil.
Take
This
this.
doesn't work.
Death light!
Freeze
No.
lancer!
Take
Laser
this.
bloom!
Anything in armor is all
Flaming
mine!
meteor!
Does that have a weak
I'll
point?
stop its charge!
Well, it should
Thank you,
have a
Zara.
weak point.
Here,
It's
let me
the
help
last
it.
one.
First aid!
So, no, it doesn't.
Sonic thrust. Pierce through.
Gemini Aqua!
Sonic
Because the
thrust.
leg was its weak point before.
You could use a
You're
hand.
mine.
Hear me! Flame of fury!
Sonic thrust.
But this
Try
time it
harder.
doesn't have.
Now.
This doesn't
You're
have one.
mine.
No further!
Sonic thrust! Glacial fire!
Hear me, flame
Definitely see what I can do.
Go.
burning strike!
You're mine!
On your
The flame inside me yearns to be let free!
And laser.
Beast assault!
Here I come! High!
Here's a healer!
Bloody
Go, go, go.
Rising
Burn it.
Wyvern!
Lightning meteor!
Rising
Kill it.
Falcon!
Inferno crossing!
Ah.
Rising
Lunar
Wyvern!
blast!
Come on.
Rising
Lunar
Falcon!
blast!
No escape!
No, 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 no.
Catapult! You're mine!
Shion.
Prepare to
Gotta
be
heal.
healed! Here I
A
come!
new lease on life!
Where are
Come
you
on,
going?
take it out.
Inferno crossing!
Not in
Heal
your
my
dreams.
wearied companion!
On guard! Ground and pound! By the
Okay.
power of water!
No escape!
Another
Rising
So,
Wyvern!
probably this is the
You
video
made me
intro.
angry! That was a bad
That's
idea!
why all these
Glacial fire!
The
Zugo's
flame
in the
inside
night
me
set.
yearns to be let
Well,
free!
guards are here.
This one's
this.
mine!
Can you take
Beast
it? I'm not!
assault! I'll take you all on!
Hooray! Thank you, you did it.
Ha! Flare Demolisher!
Take this!
And now we just
Sonic
In a bind?
Radiant light! Here!
Time to shine!
come on, just die already.
Outstanding
Burn
rescue.
you with the dust!
Going through
Lunar
Crescent
blast!
Flash! Try this!
Mega
Infernal
ray!
Torrent!
An outstanding effect! By the
There you go.
power of water!
Try this!
Piercing ray!
Infernal
Fire
Torrent!
assault!
Come
Here I
on,
come!
Will this
No
Fair
escape!
enough!
use it.
Armor won't save you.
Don't know if that has armor.
Thanks, Shion.
Scream
Try
bathed
this.
in blood.
Infernal
I
Torrent!
owe you one.
Bloody
Radiant
howling!
Sonic thrust!
Damage
It's
does
a
no
roll.
critical damage.
Mega ray!
Ah,
Rending you up!
Gemini
Take
Look
this!
sharp!
Bloody hell! Can't get out of this!
Here I
About
come!
this!
come on. We done
Annihilate!
it.
Burn!
Roll that
That'll
rocket.
bring you
Heal
down!
my weary companion!
Crescent moon! Ha!
Sonic thrust!
Come on.
Inferno
All good done,
crossing!
so
This
Rising
one's
Falcon!
mine!
It's over!
Lunar blast!
Glacial fire!
Benediction.
You made me angry! That was a bad
use it again.
idea!
Pierce
How
through!
about
I
this?
Rising Wyvern! I'm
Piercing
not
roar!
done! Rising Falcon!
One more!
sorry,
Shielded me!
Sonic thrust!
I'll take you all on!
good, good.
Ha! Flare Demolisher! Switch to offense!
Take this!
Gravitas!
Flaming meteor!
I'm not done!
Ray!
You know,
Gemini
Here I come!
Bloody howling!
Hear me!
I
Flame!
can handle it!
put it.
Maximum
Can't
burst!
get out of this!
No escape!
Time to
Sonic
shine!
thrust!
Glacial
Flag!
spear!
Begin!
Rising Wyvern!
That's
Come on, take him out.
Freeze laser!
The flame inside me yearns to be let free!
We're gonna lose this, but
Light up the
Take
dark!
this!
time
Ready
wasn't
to
enough.
go!
Sorry to trouble you.
You do the same for
Pierce
me.
through!
On guard!
Here! Flame of
You picked the wrong
Breath
fight!
of life.
Fight! I'll take you all on!
Why does my attack the only one that always, well, kind
Flare Demolisher!
of break it or knock it off?
Breath of
I've
life.
got balance.
Heal my weary
Pierce
companion.
through!
Fair
And
enough!
none of us do.
Sure. Thanks.
Here's a
Strike.
Lunar corruption!
Here I
Lunar
come!
blast! Back into the fray! I never
There
miss!
is
Sonic
reason for that.
Crescent moon!
In a bind?
Strike!
Here, not in your dreams!
Can not do something else.
Everlasting
Guess
dark.
not.
Hurricane strike!
Negative
Sonic thrust!
Vanish without a trace!
Okay, and
Rending you
Infernal Torrent!
Flaming
It's
meteor!
alive!
come on.
Pierce through!
Shattering
Don't there are
Glacial
interrupted. Stop it, stop it.
Hurricane
Here I
strike!
come!
Annihilation!
Come on.
Lightning!
Pierce
Okay.
through!
Downfall!
Now it's time to use
Coming
it.
through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Good. And it's
Spear!
finished.
Do it!
Double him! In an instant! Impact Cross!
Bye.
I need to be stronger.
And as I said, I thought that was going to be something I wouldn't have to be able to beat. Well, okay, I've got more.
Out of our
Shine.
way!
Radiant light.
For my lord!
Four.
Sonic
Flaming
thrust!
meteor!
Pierce through!
Appreciate the help.
Annihilation!
Time to
You think that shield will save you?
I see what
Take this.
They lead to fire.
Infernal Torrent!
Yeah, I think they are.
Take this!
The enemy wields ours too.
Didn't know that.
See about that!
Take this.
make it rain!
Iron Cleaver!
Okay.
Get toasty!
Burn strike.
Keep attacking with fire.
Not a chance.
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah, and the pummeling to me.
In light.
Take this!
Here!
Try this!
Igneous
Infernal
discharge!
current!
Golden power!
Resonate with the earth.
Pierce through!
Your
I'm all
knees.
stuffed up.
Iron Cleaver! Rising Wyvern!
Going in!
Mirage! You're mine!
No, it's the Iron Cleaver that I
Here
have,
goes!
so...
Iron Cleaver!
Deity.
Wait, do I have to still... Wait, I
Soaring
have to charge it and then
Elusive
click on
deity.
certain point
Take this!
to actually use Iron Cleaver.
I'll take you all on! Ha!
I still don't know how to use it.
Flare Demolisher! Hurricane Splash!
The flame inside me
Shot.
yearns to be let free! I'm not done!
Switch to offense!
Burn in hell!
He jumped at me.
Here I come!
Take
Too
this.
bad it ain't gonna work.
Inferno Crossing. Bring you down.
Take
I'll
this!
heal you all.
I've used
Try
too
this.
much.
Thanks.
Infernal current! I'm not done!
How do I get the Iron Cleaver?
Lunar
Elusive
Blast.
deity.
It's working.
No further.
It's over!
Annihilation.
Hurricane won't save you.
Pierce.
Going in!
Okay.
Laser This ends now.
Consider yourself finished.
And it's over. Oh,
I feel sprightlier than before.
good. What's with the giant pile over there? Oh, hey, item. Thank you. And it's a recipe. Hi there. Ready for a fight?
Let's see what you've got.
You've got spirit!
Negative gate.
So I've got spirit. Let's hear it.
Iron Cleaver!
They really don't give up, do they?
Try this!
Strike.
Glacial Sword!
Pierce
Take
Eagle.
this!
Glacial
Damn
Strike!
it. Ow.
Sonic Thrust! Coming through!
And there we go.
Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Law,
Benediction.
get
let's go for it.
toasty.
Burn Strike!
Take out the big guy.
Here, let me help.
Now!
This
Take
one's
this!
mine!
Any more of this and I'll burn out.
Did I not?
Switch
It wasn't him.
by
I
the
was going
power
after.
of water!
Sonic
Here,
Thrust!
Can't get out of
Fury.
this.
It's on!
Strike. Glacial
Aw,
Spear.
too
Pierce
shallow.
Eagle.
Elusive deity.
Infernal
Freeze
Torrent!
Lancer.
Soaring blast.
Sonic
Hurricane
Thrust!
Strike!
Burn!
Cannonball.
Elusive deity.
I'm not done!
Doesn't
How
it?
about this?
Do it.
Alright,
Astral
fine.
energy. Full throttle. Go.
I'm going to use Iron Cleaver.
Scream bathed in blood.
You're mine!
Rending you apart.
Mirage!
Glacial Spear. Pierce Evil.
Sonic
Now
Thrust!
Freeze Lancer.
You're mine!
On your
That'll
knees.
bring you down.
Strike!
Take it out.
In a bind? I'm ready.
Jump!
There, it's over.
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished.
Do you still have enough energy for healing?
Honestly, I'm a little worse for wear.
You'll be fine. Wait, actually, no, because
Those soldiers don't seem to have any qualms about attacking on sight.
Is someone making them stand guard over the Forbidden Zone?
I guess so. And I need CP, which, what? Then again, hopefully there's gonna be a place to rest or at least gain my CP back. But yeah, let's get some CP because we're gonna need it. Okay, that will do. And since I know you're not that strong, I can take you on. And plus, he's right in front of the door.
No choice. Here I
So I
come.
had to take him
Glacial
out.
Spear. Pierce Evil.
You're mine.
Freeze
Just a
Lancer.
pain to get down.
This one's all mine.
He's kind of
I'll heal you. I
Talk.
think I'll pass on the handshake.
I'm
anyway.
not done.
Denied!
It's
Rending
over.
you apart. Save you. I'm grateful.
Crescent Moon!
But
Bloody hell.
Try this. Infernal Torrent.
hopefully I can do it quicker.
Time.
Hurricane Strike!
Strike.
At least no one dies
This one's
anyway.
mine!
You're finished.
Blizzard Bloom!
Now.
Go,
Strike.
go, go.
of water!
Keep getting
Rising
Flaming
Wyvern.
Meteor!
I'll grind you into dust.
Here I come.
Flash.
Pierce through.
In a
Gotta keep
bind.
an eye on my dodging.
Ha! It's over!
So he can't do a lot of damage to me.
You're mine!
Mine!
Sonic thrust!
And then I get my
Coming
mystic.
through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Hey, don't
I'm not
back
done.
off that. Back off.
Try harder! My turn!
Time to shine!
It's on! Try harder!
A charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to
Sonic
start
thrust!
and handle this.
Pierce through! Ignite!
Okay, go.
Tiger Blade!
You're mine!
Allow me to help.
Knock him down.
Strike!
Where are you going?
Leave
Leave
your
chargers to me!
Now you see what I can do.
Oh,
I'm not
Will
done!
this help?
everyone take him out.
Seismic rupture.
Try harder!
Healing
My
circle!
turn!
Beckoned
Thanks.
into everlasting darkness.
Pierce through!
Negative. Our arts are being interrupted.
I owe you one. No escape!
Elusive deity.
Pierce
Go and
through!
go holy music.
Rising Lightning!
Sonic
My
spear.
beam!
Getting started! Denied!
You're finished!
Eagle
Take
Ray!
it!
Shield and
Go Helene. Good.
Behold, the Earth's pulse. Tectonic fission.
Take this! Pierce through!
corruption!
Resonate with the Earth.
Flames.
Rending blast!
On your knees.
It's on!
Now use needle.
Rising Phoenix!
Well, the Phoenix.
Another
Hey,
incantation
get back
ruined.
here.
Going in!
Burn
Everlasting
in hell!
darkness.
Healing circle!
Can't get out of this.
Time
You're
to shine!
mine! It's
Pull
going
myself
Take
together.
him
On
out.
your knees.
Appreciate the help.
Air pressure.
I'll smash
Go
you!
law.
No escape!
Ow.
Going in!
Sorry, use
Pierce
it.
through!
Crescent moon!
Rising
Healing
Wyvern!
circle! Hurricane slice!
Sorry, do it.
Here we prime and
Rising
ready!
Wyvern!
I'll take you all
Good.
on! Ha! Flare Demolisher! Ha! Going in!
Sonic thrust!
Okay.
Where
Oh.
are you going?
She almost
Hurricane
twitching.
slice!
Sonic thrust!
Oh,
Strike!
she's like glitching out.
Here I come!
Into the
Pierce
shadows!
through!
Oh, she wasn't
I'm not
basically
done.
right
Crystal
in something.
fire!
Prepare to be
Finish
seen.
without flaming meteor!
Take this.
First! I can handle
I'll
it!
face
Explode!
Try
Going
this.
in.
shine. Radiant
Burn
light.
turret.
Force of
Burn it.
regeneration.
Go flame.
Burn!
Benediction
Take
light.
this! No escape!
Heal.
Yeah.
Far enough! I owe you
Sonic
one for
thrust.
that.
Reload!
Pierce through!
Anything in armor is all
Almost there.
Rising Wyvern!
Okay, Kisara, come and finish it.
Heal my
Take
weary
this.
companion.
Pierce through!
Laser blade!
Not like you can finish it. You get some combo
Pierce
smash,
through!
but
Hurricane
Here I
slice!
come!
can you do that?
I'll take you
Thank
all
you.
on! Ha! Flare Demolisher!
Benediction
An
light.
outstanding effect!
You're mine! Dohalim!
Really?
In an instant! Impact cross!
I had to make a little trip up there.
Together, there is nothing that can stop us.
Indeed. As one, we are unrivaled.
And that is our greatest strength.
Wait, yeah, I gotta go down here first. Wait, oh, over here is where the big lot is. Right, time to fight. There's a lot.
I won't forgive you!
Take this!
Should go down easy.
Healing circle!
Iron Cleaver!
Look sharp!
Pierce through!
Is it too late to talk over our differences?
The flame inside yearns to be let free!
The Tempest engulfs you!
Glacial fire!
Tempest!
And now burn.
You picked the wrong fight!
Primed and ready!
This one's
Catapult!
mine!
First aid!
I'll grind you into dust!
Sonic captivity! Take this!
I
Do
never
not
miss!
stand in my way.
It's go time!
I will
Will
take you
this
out.
help?
I'll smash you! Sonic thrust!
Now we're level!
You're finished!
Can't get out of
Let's
this!
finish him.
I'm grateful.
There! Blizzard blade!
Iron Cleaver! Take this!
Flaming meteor!
You're not done!
Wait,
By the power of flame!
Time to
Finish
let it
without a
rip!
trace!
Sonic thrust! Coming
Finish him.
through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! Now!
Fire support!
Sonic thrust!
Tiger blade!
Try this!
Lion's howl!
Infernal turret! Strike!
Nowhere near.
Hurricane
Confiscated!
It's over!
This
one's all mine!
Confiscate something.
Another incantation ruined.
Evil!
Piercing
Sonic thrust!
Resonate with the earth. Really wish I knew how evil works.
You're mine!
meteor!
Down here.
Lion's howl!
Pieces!
So we just keep moving now. Switch it into its flame.
I'm ready!
I'm all stuffed up! Shield and
How did I miss that?
Fire cleaver! Try
Going
this!
in!
Infernal turret!
Healing
You're mine! Sonic thrust!
Come on, do not stop again.
Double
There
leap!
you go.
In an instant! Impact cross! Not a chance!
Take it!
I'm not
Shield
done!
and mace!
I'll face
Here,
You're
Sky.
mine!
Not
This
fair.
one's mine!
Piercing roar!
By
In
the
a
power
bind?
of flame!
You're mine!
Vanish without a
Get
trace!
him.
Well! Demons descend! Flashing fang!
Really, I wasn't expecting that.
I felt better, that's for sure.
Well, we all could have been better. Wait, I'm going the wrong way. Need to explore the other way first. What's down here? No more enemies, but a computer room, something.
Let's dispose of the trash.
I'm not done!
Ready!
Yeah, so much trash here.
Armor won't save
It
you!
needs to be
The
taken out.
flame inside me yearns to be let free!
Your reflexes will not serve you well here.
Vanish without a
Ow, ow, ow.
Eagle ray!
Infernal turret!
Beast assault!
explosion! Hear me!
Heal my weary
Fury!
companion.
Burning strike!
Struggle!
Glacial spear! Pierce
Healing, I need some.
You're
Oh, good.
mine.
I got some
Freeze
healing.
laser!
I
Oh,
have
then
no
again, it could've been
limits!
Dohalim.
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Magna ray!
You're mine!
Here goes!
Pierce
Take
through!
this!
Here's a healing
Sonic
arc!
thrust!
Bloody
Take
the
this!
art of being interrupted.
Hold on.
No escape! You're
Oh,
finished!
got this.
Ha!
Do
Here
it!
I come!
Hurricane strike!
No
Look
escape!
shot before I did.
Hurricane
Try
strike!
this!
Healing assault!
Ow.
Thanks,
Hear
Shion.
me!
You're
Flame of
mine!
Fury!
Hurricane
No
strike!
further! I owe you
Come on,
one!
stop it.
I'm not...
Blizzard
Just let me
blow!
end you.
Freeze
Time to
laser!
let it rip!
Everlasting darkness.
Rising
Beyblade.
light! Coming through!
Yeah, I know.
Ha!
I'll stop.
Now!
Still.
Scarlet Inferno!
Here By the power of flame!
Take this!
Vanish without a trace!
Ha! Strike! Ha!
Benediction
Here I
light.
come!
Explosion!
Shield
Another
and
incantation ruined.
Not today!
Let the marksman
My
handle
turn!
this.
I'll grind you up.
Hey.
Pierce evil!
Here
Make
I
it
come!
rain.
My turn!
Crescent
Oh,
moon!
I'm done, Shion.
Strike!
Not just
Where are
you.
you going?
Inferno crossing!
I need to be stronger.
And let's pick up all this stuff. I might need it. This stuff's some things I need for my synthesis. For my weapons. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Still, I'm picking up everything anyway. Hey! Hi there. Are you busy?
Out of our way!
Benediction light.
Hey, little board.
In a bind?
Don't worry. I've got
I
all
don't
the
have much
attention you need.
I'm in your
You're
debt.
mine!
Resonate with the earth.
Going in!
Tell me, have you ever considered your purpose
Take
in
this.
life?
Now burn! Pierce through!
Okay.
Burn in hell!
Benediction light.
Yeah, burn.
Sonic thrust!
Glacial spear.
Pierce through!
Don't come back.
Rising Wyvern!
Look sharp.
Rising Phoenix! You're
Burn,
mine!
Phoenix.
I'm not done!
Here goes!
Darkness.
You're mine!
I'm not done!
Ow,
You're mine!
Bloody in a bind?
I'm not done!
Shield and mace!
ow.
You're
Yeah.
Denied!
I think everyone's in the bind
Take
right
this!
now.
Lunar correction!
Pierce
By
through!
the power of flame!
Captivity.
I could do without this pain.
Beast assault!
Pick up flame.
Lunar
Shattering
correction!
of pieces!
That did not what I wanted it to do.
Gemini
Take this!
Annihilation!
Pierce through!
Can you take it?
Take this!
Glacial spear. Piercing.
Locked and loaded.
Here
I come.
Inferno. Wait, actually, no. She can heal me. Thank God CP.
Negative gate. Take
Your incantation ruined.
Leon, I need some healing.
I never miss.
Glacial spear. Piercing.
Heal me.
Our arts are being interrupted. Breath of life. Heal my wearied companion. Thanks.
Shion.
Here, let me
Thank you.
I'll
least
take
someone
you
healed
all
me.
on. Ha! Flare Demolisher! Switch off it!
Okay, come on.
Sonic Flight!
Heal.
Healing
End it.
Blizzard!
I'm grateful. Take this.
Strike. We're not
I'm
ready.
grateful.
Sonic Meteor!
You're not finished? Well, you should be.
Smite with
Like
blinding
this
blade.
goddamn.
Sonic thrust.
Downfall.
Yeah. Cleaver.
Execution.
I have no limits. Here I come.
Now it's time to die.
Coming through. Ha! Now. Scarlet Inferno.
Okay,
Here I come.
almost done.
Ignite. You're mine. Pierce through. Strike.
This
They should
ends
do it.
now.
Consider yourself finished.
Yeah. Got it.
My exploits are bearing fruit.
Item. Gimme. Okay. And. Okay. At the final bit here. I think there should be something to. Nah, screw it, I'm going. Hopefully there's a place to heal up first and then that is where I can end it. Because it wasn't there. No healing spot. Might just here for information.
This must be it. The entrance to the Forbidden Zone.
But it's just a wall. How do we get through?
Whoa, we? I thought this was Sovereigns only.
Hey!
Alphen.
Well, okay. Alphen opened the door. Then we all go through. Ah, that's how it opens.
Yes! It opened!
Interesting. If Alphen's presence still opens the way, it would seem the Sovereign of 3 centuries ago and now are considered one and the same.
What?
What's going on?
What the?
What?
Alphen.
You again.
Tomorrow's the spirit channeling ceremony. We'll finally play our parts as the Sovereign and Maiden. How have you been feeling?
What am I sovereign of? Shuffled from lab to lab, always treated like an experiment. Whenever they look at me, all they see is a Danon. I don't even know what their precious ceremony's for. Let alone what they're going to force me to do as the Sovereign. Tell me, if we're both in the same boat, why do you seem so calm right now?
No choice. Becoming the Maiden's not something I wanted for myself. But they said Rena's prosperity depended on it. How could I say no after that?
Still, as a Renan, at least you got to decide. Good for you. Meanwhile, I was taken from my homeland. You aren't the captive one here.
It isn't right what they did to you, and I'm sorry for what it's worth. When this is over, I swear I'll help you get home. I can't do this alone. One more day.
How could I say no to that? It's not like I have any choice in the matter anyway. So, What's your name?
It's Naori. Naori Imaris. Try to remember this time.
You don't act like them. Like the other Renans, I mean. How come you treat me like a person?
Because you are. It's true we come from different worlds. But neither one of us asked to be here right now. In that sense, you and I are much the same. We couldn't do this. We wouldn't be able to talk to each other as people if we didn't see the humanity in each other. So I suppose the question you should be asking is, why wouldn't I treat you like one?
You're not like the others.
Maybe they're not like me.
Here's what we'll do. We give them their damn ceremony. You get me to Dana. That'll be the end of it. I'm taking you at your word on this. I'm trusting you, not them. Naori.
So did everyone else get to see this? Or... yeah, I think they did.
What the hell just happened?
Yeah, they all saw it.
That vision. Did everyone else see it too?
That person Alphen was speaking to, she looked exactly like Shion.
It was Naori. Naori Imaris. Isn't that right?
Oh, she said her name.
Yeah, that's right.
She really does look like Shion. I'm beginning to see why Alphen was so confused.
That's all very well and fine, but what did we just witness exactly? It was too real to be a mere hallucination.
It was a conversation we had 300 years ago. The night before the ceremony.
You mean all of that really happened? We just saw an episode straight out of your past?
Yes.
But how is that even possible? Unless... could this be the Red Woman's handiwork too?
No, I don't think so.
Why not?
You guys didn't feel it? The moment the entrance opened, it was like a stream of Danon astral energy rushing over us.
I felt it too. And not for the first time either. It was the same sensation as back inside the wedge.
That would make sense. After all, vast amounts of Dana's astral energy were being siphoned and sent up here to Lenagis. For all we know, perhaps we're close to the spot where all that energy was stored.
So you think it might have been the energy itself that was responsible for that vision we just saw? But how? And why?
We have no way of knowing. Maybe it's not even as deliberate as all that.
Shion, you okay?
Yeah. It was all just a little sudden. That's all. So that was my ancestor, huh? It was like looking into a mirror.
Yeah, there certainly is a resemblance.
What about you? How are you holding up?
Me?
Even putting aside the question of where that vision came from, it's likely we'll see more of those. Reliving painful episodes from your past. Do you think you can handle it?
I can't just pretend like the past never happened. Besides, if it helps us uncover the truth of what that ceremony really was, it might also lead to answers about your thorns.
Alphen.
That's not all. This whole time, we've been fighting to free Dana from the Renans. But now that we're here, it seems those same Renans might have it just as bad. I'd like to liberate them too, if I can. Which is just another reason I can't afford to shield my eyes from the truth.
Whether you're on Dana or somewhere else, you always stay the same. Your indignation and righteous passion, your desire to free and protect, they're all hardwired into you. Not that I'm complaining. Come on, let's bust this thing wide open.
Yeah, let's do that.
Nobody's here.
Stay sharp. After that last illusion, there's no telling what could happen in here.
Yeah, we have no idea what's gonna happen next. But that was a very interesting little thing there. Wait, am I gonna have to fight something in there? Great! Oh, come on. But I was looking for one of these to save at, which I'm gonna be doing. So yeah, first things first. Let's torch and heal up. And then, as I said before, I'm gonna end this here. Because I've done a hell of a lot, well, not really much fighting, just one kind of section, sorry, and fighting everybody now, as we always do. And then we get up here with a vision of the past, which, that still makes me wonder, how does Denon Astral Energy know what we did on Lenagis 300 years ago? Or Alphen did 300 years ago. And it's showing us. I don't get it. But either way. As I said, I'm going to end this here. So if you liked it, hit the like button, subscribe, bell for notifications, comment. And I'll see you next time. Bye.